Have you ever wondered why the Philippines might not become the next Asian superpower? Nestled in the heart of Southeast Asia, this archipelago boasts a strategic location that serves as a crossroads between the East and the West. Its economy is on a steady climb, fueled by robust service and manufacturing sectors. And it's a nation rich in cultural heritage, celebrated around the globe. However, despite these promising attributes, the journey towards becoming a superpower is fraught with complexities. The strategic location, while beneficial, also places the Philippines in the midst of geopolitical tensions. Its growing economy, though vibrant, faces challenges of sustainability and inclusivity. Furthermore, the rich cultural heritage, while a source of national pride, must also navigate the currents of global cultural integration and identity preservation. So, what holds back the Pearl of the Orient Seas from climbing the ranks of global powerhouses? How does the economy influence a country's superpower status? To answer this, we must venture into the economic landscape of the Philippines, a nation with dreams of grandeur, but anchored by reality. The economic performance of a country is often gauged by its GDP growth. The Philippines has seen spurts of impressive growth, yet these figures mask the underlying volatility and structural weaknesses. Despite being one of the fastest-growing economies in Asia at times, the growth has not always been inclusive or sustainable. Foreign investment is a vital component of economic strength. The Philippines, with its strategic location and a large English-speaking population, has potential. However, it's hampered by regulatory uncertainties and infrastructural deficiencies. Investors often seek stability and predictability, which are areas where the Philippines has room for improvement. Speaking of infrastructure, while there has been progress in recent years, the pace of development is often outstripped by the needs of its growing population. Infrastructure is not just about roads and buildings. It's about creating an environment where businesses can thrive and economies can grow. The lag in robust infrastructure development slows down everything from transportation to communication, directly impacting economic efficiency and growth. Now let's talk about remittances. The Philippine economy heavily relies on remittances from overseas Filipino workers. In 2021, remittances accounted for nearly 10% of the nation's GDP. This dependency underscores a fragile economic foundation, susceptible to global economic shifts. When families rely more on money sent from abroad than local economic activities, it indicates a lack of strong domestic job opportunities and economic resilience. Furthermore, the Philippines is perennially challenged by natural disasters, such as typhoons and earthquakes, which wreak havoc on lives and economic progress. The cost of recovery diverts resources from development projects, setting back economic plans and further straining the government's budget. With these economic hurdles, could the Philippines still pave its way to superpower status? This question lingers as we dive deeper into the factors that influence a nation's climb to prominence on the global stage. Can political stability make or break a superpower? In the quest for superpower status, political stability is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. The Philippines, a vibrant archipelago with a tumultuous political history, offers a compelling case study. The political landscape here is as varied and complex as its many islands. Governance in the Philippines has been historically characterized by a series of dramatic shifts, from colonial rule to democratic elections, punctuated by martial law periods and strongman rule. This flux has bred a unique political culture, where power often changes hands, but systemic changes are less frequent. The continuity necessary for long-term strategic planning, which is essential for a superpower, often gets lost in these transitions. Corruption remains one of the most significant barriers to political stability. Transparency International's Corruption Perceptions Index frequently ranks the Philippines as one of the more corruption-prone countries in Asia. This endemic corruption not only deters foreign investment, but also erodes public trust and hampers effective governance. It's a cycle that the nation finds challenging to break, with corruption allegations often reaching the highest levels of government. Foreign policy, too, plays a crucial role. the Philippines finds itself in a strategic yet precarious position, navigating complex relationships with major powers like the United States and China. The South China Sea dispute, for instance, is a geopolitical hotbed where the Philippines' foreign policy decisions can either assert its sovereignty and international standing or expose its vulnerabilities. The ability to manage such delicate relationships is crucial for any country on the path to becoming a superpower. Furthermore, the insurgencies in various parts of the country, including the long-standing conflict in Mindanao, highlight the challenges of maintaining national unity. These internal conflicts divert resources and focus from national development and international diplomacy. Considering these political dynamics, is the road to superpower status a rocky one for the Philippines? The answer lies not just in the resilience of its institutions, but also in the adaptability of its policies to foster long-term stability and growth. If you're finding this analysis intriguing, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Staying updated on our explorations into global dynamics is just a click away. Dive into more compelling discussions with us. Now, let's delve deeper into societal impacts. How do societal issues affect a nation's superpower aspirations? In the intricate tapestry of factors that influence a nation's rise to superpower status, societal issues play a pivotal role. Let's delve into some of the critical social challenges that the Philippines faces today, particularly focusing on education quality, healthcare access, and income inequality. Starting with education, the foundation of innovation and economic growth, the Philippines has struggled with quality and accessibility. While enrollment rates are commendably high, the quality of education often falls short. This is largely due to underfunded schools, a shortage of qualified teachers, and outdated educational materials. Without a strong educational framework, the country may continue to lag in producing world-class innovators and thinkers. Turning to healthcare, access remains uneven across the Philippine archipelago. Urban areas boast better facilities and more practitioners, but rural areas suffer from a stark lack of resources and healthcare professionals. This disparity not only affects the health of the population, but also impacts economic productivity. A healthy workforce is essential for sustained economic development, and currently the Philippines faces challenges in achieving this. Income inequality is another pressing issue. The gap between the rich and the poor in the Philippines is significant and growing. This economic divide leads to a host of social issues, including higher rates of crime, lower life expectancy, and reduced social mobility. Such disparities stifle collective potential and contribute to social unrest, which can deter both domestic and international investment. Moreover, these societal issues are interconnected. Poor health can lead to reduced educational attainment, which in turn can limit employment opportunities, perpetuating a cycle of poverty and inequality. This cycle poses a formidable barrier to the Philippines' aspirations to become a superpower. With these societal challenges, can the Philippines harness its full potential? Is military might a crucial component of a superpower? When evaluating the potential of the Philippines as a future superpower in Asia, one must consider its military capabilities and how they compare with established powerhouses in the region. The Philippines, with its strategic location in the Pacific, has historically relied on defense agreements rather than its own military might. Its defense strategy heavily incorporates partnerships, notably with the United States, which provides a security blanket, but also highlights the country's dependency on foreign military support. In terms of military spending, the Philippines allocates a fraction of its GDP to defense compared to its neighbors. For instance, while countries like China and India spend a significant portion of their vast budgets on military advancements, the Philippines' expenditure is modest. This limited investment reflects in its military infrastructure and technological advancements, which are considerably less sophisticated. Moreover, internal security issues, such as insurgencies and territorial disputes in the South China Sea, continuously strain the country's military resources. These conflicts not only divert attention from broader military enhancements, but also pose questions about the effectiveness of current strategies and the capability of the armed forces to handle multiple simultaneous threats. In light of these factors, the military stance of the Philippines presents a mixed picture. While it maintains a basic defensive posture capable of addressing some internal and immediate external threats, its capabilities are not on par with those of recognized superpowers in the region. Does the current military stance of the Philippines measure up to superpower standards? Having explored the various factors, what's the verdict on the Philippines' superpower status? Let's recap the journey we've taken through the multifaceted landscape of the Philippines. We began by delving into the economic challenges that the nation faces. Hindered by inconsistent growth and limited infrastructure, the economic sector struggles to match the rapid strides of its Asian neighbors. These constraints not only dampen domestic progress, but also affect the country's appeal to international investors. Moving on to the political arena, we observed a landscape marked by instability and frequent shifts in governance. This political turbulence makes it challenging for long-term policies that foster growth and stability to take root. Without political stability, the path to superpower status remains a formidable challenge. In societal terms, we discussed issues like inequality and education. A significant portion of the population battles with poverty, and educational disparities hinder the development of a workforce capable of driving technological and industrial innovation. These societal gaps are crucial barriers that need addressing for the Philippines to rise on the global stage. Lastly, the military and defense capabilities of the Philippines, though growing, remain modest compared to the global powerhouses. The country's strategic geographical location could indeed be a strength, but without substantial military resources and alliances, it's a potential that remains underutilized. As these elements intertwine, they paint a picture of a nation with potential, yet encumbered by significant hurdles. The journey towards becoming a superpower is not just about enhancing one facet, but synchronizing all sectors towards cohesive growth and stability. Subscribe for more amazing content and keep wondering. Don't miss out on future explorations and discoveries. Hit subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated with our new content. Your journey of wonder continues with every video. Stay connected and engaged on social media. Continue the conversation, follow us. Thank you for being a part of the Have You Ever Wondered community. Keep wondering, keep discovering. Until next time.